Hi, I'm Matt Koss. Welcome back to The Wandering Screen. Today, I'll be looking at the horror film Late Night with the Devil. Now, I don't watch a lot of horror movies. My partner is fully responsible for any horror films that I've seen, from Halloween to The Wicker Man to The Exorcist, and I can say now that I really get a good kick out of a good scare, but I can only do it with another person. I can't do it alone. When I was growing up, I used to watch movies late at night, and I would bolt down the hallway because I was scared that a ghost would catch me. And actually, truthfully, I still do. I did it after I saw Hereditary at the Vista Theatre in Los Feliz, and I bolted up the aisle when the movie was over because I was so desperate for sunlight and I was so scared. And it's honestly because of the Sixth Sense, where Haley Joel Osment's character runs to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and then there's a ghost that appears behind him as he's turned away from the door. And honestly, that has scared me so much throughout my life that I still run down the hallway to the bedroom. I am scared by the cheapest of tricks and thrills if I am alone. And as a 34-year-old, I decided to watch bravely Late Night with the Devil by myself, with all the lights out and just a blanket for protection. The film is set in the 1970s, and amongst the fear and unrest at the time in the country, there was hope for escapism by way of late night talk shows. Jack Delroy, played by David Dastmalchian, is a former radio host who becomes successful late night host with his show Night Owls, rivaling the Johnny Carsons of the time. But he wants the late night crown, and as his show builds momentum, his wife is diagnosed with lung cancer, passes away, and he flees New York for a month. When he comes back, the ratings slip. They never reach the heights that they were, and he needs to win back his audience. So, Halloween 1977, Jack plans a special episode, and Late Night with the Devil is the footage that was found from the episode with special behind-the-scenes footage. You can tell the Aussie directors Cameron Cairnes and Colin Cairnes are having a great time. They amp up the tension as we start moving through Jack's introduction with the big band, sharing banter with the band leader before going into his opening monologue. It all feels very real. The audience is dressed up in Halloween outfits, and the guests include Christelle, played by Fayez El-Batzi, a medium channeling contact from the outside world, and reformed magician Ian Bliss, eager to discredit any possibility of being outperformed, and a parapsychologist, June Ross Mitchell, played by Laura Gordon, who brings her possibly possessed 13-year-old patient Lily, Ingrid Torelli, on stage against better judgment. I was terrified at points, and I'm cheap. I had to start turning on the lights around 40 minutes into the film. The Cairnes brothers really escalate the tension through silences, like when Christopher is attempting to connect his faux powers to someone in the room. The set design is flawless, and it feels like a well-trodden late-night show. This is also not a humorless horror film. It's actually quite funny. And the throwback feel adds to that. Because it permeates throughout, and there's a perfect storm of chaos to a crescendo as Lily's possession spreads into the studio. Each commercial break, we're taken backstage into conversations, and the found footage device doesn't really work as effectively because it's not as if the cast and crew members are aware that they're being filmed. It's not really a documentary style. Where the late night taping is in color, the behind the scenes footage is in black and white, but it's not as much behind the scenes appeal as it is for the directors to continue shifting gears into a climactic reveal. It's kind of like a break in the tension. The late night talk show aspect works so well because David Dastmalchian is charismatic in this role, drifting through monologue material, interview banter, and pulsating with guilt. It's great to see him in a starring role and be able to chew every scene. As soon as the credits started rolling, I had to switch to a cooking show. I just needed a different vibe. It's so creepy, but it's also really, really fun.
Now, Lily, I understand that you have a name for this thing that lives inside of you.
Mm-hmm. I call him Mr. Wriggles.
And why do you call him that?
He kind of wriggles his way inside my head, and then he wriggles his way out.
But with June's help, you are able to control him.
June says that everyone has a demon inside them, but we can't always control them, can we?
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for all the latest reviews and let me know what you thought of the film in the comments section below. See you next time.